How's everybody? You know, I think today was a good example of, you know, when Eric Thomas was here, everybody wants to be the beast. You heard that one before. So you got to do what the beasts do. Well, when it gets hot outside and you got to practice in pads and you take a lot of reps, you either got beast mode or you don't have it. All right, and we had some guys that had it and some guys didn't. So we got to get that corrected so that we can get everybody doing what they need to do so we can get better. They can get better individually and we can get better as a team. I talked about that the last time we talked. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to the progress that our team can make to play a home game this week and hopefully on TV and do a great job and continue to make some improvement and continue to try to establish an identity for this team, which, you know, the way we've competed physically in terms of effort and toughness and that type of thing, it has been pretty good. But the execution needs to continue to improve so that, you know, and we're talking about fundamental execution here, doing little things right. All right, and that's what eliminates bad plays. All right, and as many yards as we gained, we still had enough bad plays to stop ourselves inside the 5-yard line 3 or 4 times in the last game, and you know that's the kind of stuff that you can't afford to do down the road, and not even this week. So we just got a lot of work to do, and we got to get everybody focused on doing that work. I talked about it on Monday. You got to have focused stamina. You got to be able to do it every day. So that's what we're working on. We got no new injuries. Nothing to talk about injury-wise. I don't know how you guys took roll today and how that went, but nobody else is out there.
Just wondering kind of on the offensive line, what you've seen from the competition at right guard, and then also what you're able to glean from Dominic Jackson on Saturday in his first action for you.
You know, Leon is getting better and better every week. I think he played a lot better in this game than he did the last game. You know, Shank, we're trying to improve his consistency, and those two guys are still competing at that position, and hopefully somebody's going to give us the kind of performance at that position that we need to be able to play well in the offensive line with the rest of the group, and I think that's improving. Dominic played for the first time, probably played with, you know, Dominic's a tough, physical, emotional guy, and you know, he played with a lot of toughness. He was very physical. But he didn't always do the little things that you need to do correctly, footwork-wise, step, you know, missed a couple, whiffed a couple because he didn't do those things right. And I think it's going to be, you know, kind of a work in progress to get him to understand how important when you're playing against good players, doing the little things, paying attention to detail, understanding exactly how you do what you're supposed to do can help you be successful.
Saw Rashawn get his first sack on Saturday, but I'm wondering what you and Kirby kind of said to him after that play. We saw you guys had some discussions with him, I think, about like what happened after the play, or you know.
Well, it was a great rush. He did a great job on the rush, but he didn't really wrap the quarterback up. And even though the guy's knee happened to be down on that play, there may be a play some day when you don't wrap the guy up where he's not down. And Tim Williams was there to sack the guy even if that happened, so we were just trying to teach him that it was a great rush, did a great job, but you got to wrap up the quarterback. So, you know, tackling is something that we've really been harping on with our defensive players, and that comes from how you practice, the kind of practice habits you develop and getting yourself in position to tackle and thud the runner. And so it's just a point of emphasis for what we're trying to get guys to do.
Our Darius Stewart had some good catches on Saturday, and Cam Sims was one of the first guys off the bench. What are some of those younger guys doing to improve wide receiver-wise?
Well, they're practicing every day. They're gaining more confidence. They're gaining more knowledge and experience. I don't think they're where we want them to be. You know, we also had illegal motion penalty and some things like that, you know, from that group of young guys, and not doing things. You know, like Robert Foster catches the same pass that Amari Cooper catches. There's a certain spot that he's supposed to run to. He doesn't run to it. He probably would walk in the end zone if he did. So it's those kinds of things that young players have to learn. It's important to do things the right technique. And it takes a lot of repetition. It's called development. We've talked about that before. And some of these young guys are developing nicely, but they still have a ways to go. And we're encouraged by their ability to make plays. Now we just got to improve their consistency.
With Jarek being out, you've had to shuffle some guys back there. Do you think they made improvement from week 1 to week 2? And are you able to replace the way he plays physically with anyone else?
Well, Jarek's a really good player when he plays star because he is very physical. He's hard to block. In this day and age, all the bubble and smoke passes and screens you see on the perimeter, he does a really good job at defeating blockers and, setting the edge where the other guys can make plays. But, Gino he's not as physical as Jarek, but very athletic cover guy and has played a lot of star for us. So, when we go to 6 DBs, Jarek goes and plays the 6 DB, so we kind of miss him in that role as well. So we had to shuffle guys around for that, and we're doing the same thing this week. But we do miss Jarek. It's good to get him back because he can play so many different roles. He can play safety, star, money, and when you play these teams that spread you out a lot, having those kind of guys is really, really important.
That's all I got, Coach.
All right, thanks.